This is WRMI, Okeechobee, Florida. Radio Miami International. You can find out more about WRMI at our website, WRMI.net. That's WRMI.net. Visit our website and share your QSL reports. This is WRMI, Okeechobee, Florida.
Radio Slovakia International. Slovakia Today.
For Tuesday, the 17th of March, this is Veronika Stepanova.
This is RSI News.
Slovak-Czech parliamentary ties reset. EU urged to act on Družba oil disruption. Slovakia and India look to expand cooperation. Slovakia and the Czech Republic say their parliamentary ties are back on track after a high-level meeting on the shared borders on Monday. Leaders highlighted closer cooperation on energy, migration, and EU policies, along with new joint projects and agreements. More on this in today's topical issue. Slovakia is urging the European Union to step up the pressure on Ukraine to restore oil flows through the Družba pipeline. After talks with European Council President Antonio Costa ahead of the EU summit, Prime Minister Robert Fico stressed Slovakia's right to receive Russian oil until 2027. EU foreign ministers have backed calls from Slovakia and Hungary for clearer information from Ukraine, with officials warning current explanations remain insufficient. Slovakia supports sending an expert mission to assess the pipeline's conditions and initiatives proposed by the Czech Republic. Economy Minister Denisa Zakova also called for pragmatic solutions to safeguard energy supply, warning that the global disruptions are already driving a crisis across Europe. Slovak Foreign Minister Juraj Bláha held talks with his Indian counterpart, Subramanian Jaishankar, in Brussels on the sidelines of Monday's EU Foreign Affairs Council meeting. Discussions focused on cooperation in the defense and space industries, as well as broader EU-India relations. Bláha highlighted the importance of a potential EU-India free trade agreement, noting that existing trade already supports hundreds of thousands of jobs. He also confirmed preparations for Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's first official visit to Slovakia in June. Slovakia invited India to engage in regional cooperation formats such as the Visegrad Group and Slavko format, and discuss expanding these platforms with European partners. Prime Minister Robert Fico said he will travel to Moscow in May to attend celebrations marking the end of the World War II in Europe, and will later visit Normandy in June to honor Allied soldiers of the 1944 landing. Fico was the only EU leader to attend last year's Moscow commemoration, where he briefly met Russian President Vladimir Putin and also held talks with Belarusian leader Alexander Lukashenko. His visit drew criticism from several European leaders as it came amid Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine. Slovak MPs returned to Parliament this week after more than a month to continue the January session, despite originally planning to meet in April. The move aims to address unfinished agenda items, though no voting is expected until next month. The opposition claims the coalition is trying to sideline its proposals. An extraordinary session will also debate a motion to dismiss Deputy Speaker Tibor Gašpar. The opposition accuses him of potentially misusing his position to influence matters linked to his own legal case or those of close associates. Gašpar, a former police president, is currently facing charges in the Ožistic case. Slovak writer, playwright, and theater director William Klimáček has won the 2025 Dominik Tatarka Award for his short story collection Hejtovanie. The jury praised its distinctive humor and experimental style. Dominik Tatarka Award, presented annually since 1994, honors works reflecting humanist values and civic courage. It is named after a prominent Slovak writer and dissident known for his criticism of the communist regime and advocacy of freedom and human rights.
Topical issues.
Relations between Slovakia and the Czech Republic at the parliamentary level have been reset to where they should be. Slovak Speaker Richard Raši said after a joint meeting with representatives of the Czech Chamber of Deputies, led by Speaker Tomio Okamura. The meeting was held on Monday on the Slovak-Czech border at Veľká Javorina and in the village of Lubina.
Naozaj sme prišli z historicky.
Besh said it was the largest joint gathering of Slovak and Czech parliamentary representatives since the split of Czechoslovakia, with broad participation from MPs, committee chairs, friendship groups, ambassadors, and youth representatives. According to Okamura, the Czech government aims not only to restore, but also to further deepen ties with Slovakia. He added that both countries share similar views on key European issues, including emissions policy. Key topics at the meeting also included energy security, oil supplies, migration, the situation in the Middle East, and coordination on European policies.
Českým parlamentom prešlo